Social media has evolved from being a means of communicating with family and friends and for whiling away time to being a very valuable tool in running businesses. And for one of the most popular social media platforms for this purpose is Instagram. Instagram has moved from being like an informal app for doing frivolities to actually being a platform for making money. Like people actually make money by posting different things on Instagram. So, and the first step to getting your Instagram to that point where you can make money off of it is growing your Instagram, having like a big audience, huge number of followers. So as many of you guys requested on my insta stories, I'm going to be sharing I'm going to be sharing valuable tips to help you grow your Instagram fast in 2020. So if you want to see that, then keep on watching. But before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to my channel already, make sure you subscribe right now. Hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new videos. So yeah, let's get right into it. So my name is Lillian Okibe. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, then welcome. Welcome back. So like I said, I'm going to be sharing tips to help you grow your Instagram. But first, before we go into that, you may be wondering, like, who are you? What do you do? Like, why should I receive tips from you? I've been on Instagram for a very long time. I've been active on Instagram, like making posts on Instagram since 2017. And I wasn't really growing the way I was supposed to grow until I got to know the secret tips I'm going to be sharing in this video. And as soon as I knew that, like, my Instagram followers just kept on growing and growing and growing. On my old Instagram account, I actually grew to 28.5 thousand followers before I deleted it. And this Instagram I currently have now, I started it in September 2019, September last year, and as at now I have over 8,000 followers on Instagram. So I'm not just sharing tips that I read somewhere, I'm sharing tips that I've actually put to work on my different accounts and have actually worked for me. The first thing you want to do to grow your Instagram is find a niche. This is very important, because like we know we are human beings, we can do so many other things. Many people have several interests and things like that, but it's very important for you to find a niche. A niche, like on Instagram, is like finding your purpose. You know what they say, that master of all, jack of all trades, master of none. So if your Instagram is all over the place, you're posting about so many different things, like people who come to your page, they want to see that, okay, this is what I stand for, and that is what will make them subscribe. I keep saying subscribe. That's what will make them follow you. If they see that, like, okay, this is what this person stands for and this is something that interests me, okay, let me follow her. So if your Instagram is all over the place, you're not going to grow as you want to. So it's very important for you to find a niche. As you grow older, you may diversify, but when you're starting out, it's very important for you to find a niche. It works. So how do I find a niche? I feel that on Instagram, if like you're starting out on Instagram, you want to be an influencer or something of that sort, finding a niche, you should find a niche. Your niche should be something that you're really passionate about, because whether you like it or not, there are times when you're going to be tired. It's the passion that's going to keep you going. It's not like you're just going to start immediately and start getting the results that you want right away. So if you do not have passion for the niche that you are in, you're going to get burnt out, you're going to get frustrated, and you're not going to stay long enough for you to grow. So it's very important. Find a niche. Let your niche be something you're passionate about, something that even if you're not making any money, you're still going to enjoy doing. That will just help make the whole job be a lot easier for you. Because let's face it, like social media, if you want to go full-time into social media influencing and marketing and stuff like that, it is a job. If you still think that social media influencing is not a job, then you're probably in the 90s. Like, this is 2020. Social media influencing is a job. So yeah, get that into your head in case you're confused. So after finding your niche, if you see me looking down, it's because like I wrote down the points that I want to share, so in my notepad. So if you see me looking down, that's why. And also I forgot to mention, like, this my hair, I'm currently wearing the Lillian Okibe temporary lock. So yeah, that is what I have going on. Let me give you guys the back feel. After you've found your niche, you discovered your niche, the next thing is your bio. Your bio and your profile page, they are very important. Before someone decides to follow you, most times, like, the first thing they see is your bio and your feed. So you should make sure that, like, you create your content in such a way that if someone just clicks on your name and goes to your page, like your page is consistent, like by just first looking at your page they know what you're here for. Like if you look at my Instagram, for example, if you just get to my page, you know that obviously this person is all about hair, because that's basically, just at your first glance you know that it's all about hair. So you should make sure that your feed, like your pictures, work in such a way that by just looking at first glance, the person already know before they even tap at your pictures, like to see each individual picture. By just looking at your feed, the person knows what you're all about. The next thing, also your bio is also the first one of the first things that people see before they decide to follow you. I feel like putting irrelevant words like mom, wife, humanity, like, except the content you're making is about being a mom or being a wife, or like something related in that line. If you want, you're creating content regarding those kinds of things, then fine, no problem. But if you're posting something random that has nothing to do with humanity, that has nothing to do with mom or wife, there is really no need including that in your bio. The fact that you're mom and wife is something that your followers will get to know as they stay longer, but it's not something, it doesn't sell you out. People don't decide to follow that, okay, this person is a mom, so let me follow her, except you're posting things about being a mom. So on irrelevant words and phrases should not be in your bio. Your bio is your first chance, it's the first chance you get to sell yourself. So make sure you are selling yourself and not just putting irrelevant words in your bio. Also, if you intend to grow your Instagram because you want to work with brands, your bio is also one of the first things that brands get to see. So make sure that you are selling yourself. Make sure that your bio describes what you stand for. It should not just be something vague and something irrelevant to what you're doing. Then the next thing to grow, next very important tip that you need to grow on Instagram is be yourself. I know that this sounds cliche because people say that all the time, but it's very, 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 very important. Like, people see through falsehood. Yeah, people see through falsehood, people see through lies. I know that at first when you're starting out, it's very easy for you have mentors and people you look up to, and it's very easy for you to like start to emulate them and start to copy their content, copy their captions, copy like everything they do, because you feel like that is what people like, because they have like large audience, so you feel like that's what people like, so you want to be like them. But in the long run, that will do you no good, because people do not want to. If you're copying someone, you're going to be, there's nothing you can do, you're not original, like you're going to be second to that person. Like I feel like everyone is unique in their own way, so there's really no need to copy somebody else or try to be someone else. Just be yourself. At first it's going to feel like nobody likes you. We've all been there. If you're starting from scratch, except maybe like you have family that is already popular, so like when you just start out your Instagram, like everybody just knows you because of your family or your background or something like that. If not for that, everyone starts from like being nameless, being faceless and stuff like that. Then after a while you build your audience. So it's very important for you to be yourself, because if you're trying to be someone else, at the point you're going to get so tired and so burnt out, about the whole thing. But if you're true to yourself, being yourself, if you're playful, you're fun, of course, be playful, be fun. Let your content show that playful side of you. Let your content show that fun side of you. If you're someone that is not really outspoken, you're not like the outgoing type, you're not the introvert, then of course do not feel like you have to be fun and like out there and like just play fun, everything like that. There's really no need for that. Just try to be yourself. Let your content showcase who you really are. You don't have to lie or pretend to be someone else. Yep. And now we're getting to the juicy part. All the tips I've shared before, like, are like the background basis for what I'm going to be saying from now on. Next step is be consistent. You have to be consistent, and I feel like that works over all social media platforms. You should be consistent. The fact that every time you post, like for every post you put out, your chances of getting more followers and getting more people to see you gets higher. So posting today and not post again for the next 5 weeks, like, it's not going to help you grow fast at all. Yes, when you start posting, it's going to feel like nobody cares, nobody's interested in your post. But the more you post, the wider your reach, and the more you reach people, the more people are going to decide to follow you. So it's very, 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 very important for you to be consistent. For me, I feel like on Instagram you should strive to like post once a week. And also being consistent can also be tricky, because you want to be consistent in the fact that you're always putting out content, like, so that people have you in their faces, if people but you don't want to push it, you don't want to be too consistent, in the sense that you're starting to seem desperate. I feel like posting once in a day is okay, it's just okay, or once in 2 days is okay. But like, if you're posting 3 4 posts a day, that may seem desperate. And some people, like, there are certain people like I follow, especially if what you're putting out is like the same thing. For example, let's say I'm putting a picture of this my hairstyle, and then in one day this angle this angle on different posts. It's not like I combine it together that gives that swipe feature, like that's one post, like that is one post. Maybe I post multiple times, but it's still the same hairstyle. Like, some people follow you and they just know that, yeah, that kind of person, they're just going to unfollow. So be consistent, post consistently, but also make sure that you're not overdoing it. You don't seem too desperate because you're posting all over the place. Also, try to make sure that your content is not the same all the time. Try to, people want variety, that kind of thing. They don't just want to come to your page and see the same thing every day. Maybe the only difference is the background or something, I don't know, but just try to make sure that your content is changing. You're still being yourself, but like, just add some flavor to it. Let's not just be the same exact thing that you're posting every single day. Another thing that is very related to this is that you want to make sure that even though your content is changing, you also want to make sure that your feed is uniform. Like, you don't want your feed, like, if someone comes to your page, for example, if someone sees your page, all the colors should kind of like work together so that it's pleasing to the eye. If you come to someone's feed and you just, it's like everything just works together and it just looks nice to the eyes, you're going to want to click the follow button. But if you just have scattered posts, nothing, they are not working together, everything does not look good to the eye, then you're going to be losing a large number of potential followers. So be consistent, try to vary your post, but also try to make sure that everything works together, that it looks good on your feed. Then the next tip is your caption. People underestimate the power of the caption. I feel like you can have a not so good post that it's just there, but your caption can convert that post from just like a regular post to something that goes viral. So caption is very important. It's not just like post without caption, or just like not put some thought into your caption. Caption is very, 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 very important. Another tip that is very related to caption is that try to make sure that your caption prompts people to drop comments. You can ask questions. The question does not really have to be too deep or anything like that, because there are times when people are just like, they have a really long day, they don't really have the strength to start answering deep questions, but you can add that into your caption once in a while. But like, your caption does not really have to be deep, but just try to make sure that your caption prompts people to drop comments. Now, this can help you go viral, and I'll tell you why. If you put a caption that prompts people to drop comments, for example, you ask a question. If, let's say, one person comes, if that post reaches one person, and then the person likes the picture, of course, and then the person sees your caption, it prompts the person to drop a comment, and then the person drops a comment. Maybe the person is answering the question you asked in the caption. What that does is that it tells Instagram, it helps to increase your engagement. So on a normal day, if there was no caption in that particular post, person would probably just like and move on. But now that person is liking and also dropping a comment, so that person has contributed 2 engagements into that particular post, and that has helped to boost your engagement. And what happens when your engagement is like high? It tells Instagram that your post is interesting, it's something that people would like to see, and that will help make Instagram show your post to more people, even people that are not following you. That will increase your chances of being in the explore pages of people that do not follow you, and that will help you to grow in the long run. So caption is very, very important. Like for me, as basic as some of my captions may seem, I sometimes I spend hours thinking of like what to put in my caption. Like, it's one thing to put up a nice picture and everything like that, but caption also put some thought into your caption. Like, do not just feel okay, I've taken a nice picture, okay, I've edited it, okay, now my job is done. No, try to make sure that your caption prompts people to say something, to drop comments, and your caption is like interesting, like people look forward to reading your captions, you know, and stuff like that. So that if you're asking questions in your caption, try to make sure that your question is like the first thing you write, because before people click on, you know, like when you see a post on Instagram, you see like a part of the caption before you click on more to continue reading. So if you put a question in your caption, try to make sure it is on that like first part of the caption before you click on more, because many people do not go ahead to start reading like long epistles, like long paragraphs. Most people do not make it to the end of long paragraphs. So if you're asking a question and the question is at the end of the paragraph, it's going to reduce your chances of people actually engaging, like dropping comments in that particular post. So try to make sure that if you're putting questions, put your question first before you say all the story leading to the question. So next, you created your nice post, you've put a nice caption, so people are dropping comments. Make sure that you reply your comments. I see so many people, like they have just few followers and maybe like few comments, and people take time. I feel like it's rude for people to drop comments and for you to ignore them. It's not even okay for you to just like the comment and move on. Take like, your job is not done if you just put up a post, put write your nice caption, and then you just go away. People drop comments and you do not reply. You're doing yourself a lot more damage than good. Even if it's a hate comment, like reply your comment. What happens when you reply your comment? You are boosting your engagement, because someone drops a comment, you say something, you are replying that person's comment. That also boosts your engagement, and that in turn tells Instagram that your post is nice, your post is interesting, and it's going to show that particular post to more people. And if you're reaching more people, that means your chances of getting more followers also increases. So try to make sure that you reply your comments. And there's also something very, very tricky about also replying your comments. Replying your comments when you post. Like, I feel like this actually really works when you make your post, when you like publish or post whatever picture or video they are doing. For like the first 30 minutes of that particular post, make sure you are online to reply every comment. Instagram, the algorithm on Instagram works in such a way that the first like 30 minutes of the post will tell whether that post is going to do well or not for most cases. So if you stay online to reply all your comments, that's going to boost your engagement, and that will help that post to do better. So if you just leave and then come back 5 hours later to reply your comments, it's not going to have that effect of boosting your engagement, because it's the first 30 minutes of a post that will determine how let me tell you how Instagram works. When you post a picture or a video, Instagram shows that video or picture to like 5% of your followers, people that already follow you. So if the higher the number of people that see that post, if they see the post and do not engage with that picture or video, it's going to drop the engagement. Like, it's going to tell Instagram that this is not nice, this is not interesting, and that will reduce the chances of that particular post reaching other accounts that do not follow you, and that will also reduce the chances of that particular post even reaching your other followers. But if you drop a post and then your Instagram shows it to like 5% of your followers, and for everyone that sees it, they engage with it, they like, and they also drop comments, like that will just tell Instagram that, oh yes, this is really, really nice, and it's going to show that particular post to so many other people, so you are reaching more people. And that happens like within like the first 30 minutes of that particular post. So try to make sure that you reply your comments during that. After posting, stay online to reply all your comments, at least for the first 30 minutes. It works like magic. Apart from the fact that replying comments helps to boost your engagement, it also helps your followers to feel connected to you. Like, people want to, it's just like you're walking on the street. For example, you want a very nice dress, or like your hair looks fly, your hair looks nice, and then people are like, oh hey, I like your dress, and you just look at the person and move on. That's how it is when you comment and you do not reply. It's like you're being rude to them. So people like see social media like a whole different entity, but social media is like if what you cannot do in real life, don't do it on social media. Even though social media, like many people, you cannot see them face to face, but you're dropping impressions about yourself to others just like it is in real life. So reply your comments, don't be rude. Reply your comments, and replying comments also helps your followers to be connected to you, and that helps to build loyalty, you know. So when people come to like when they follow you, the fact that you reply your comments, it makes them want to stay. They feel like they know you, you know. If you are having conversations, you know them, they know you, and like that just helps to build loyalty. So replying your comments is, let's say we have two accounts that I always drop comments on your account and you also drop comments in my account. So when people follow me, for example, if they click on suggestions, there's a higher chance that your page will show up, because Instagram sees that it looks like we are friends, you know. So it's like mutual friend. Instagram suggests your page to people who follow me because they feel like we have a relationship. There is one thing to like someone's picture. It's another thing to take your phone and type a comment. Don't be rude. Reply. Like I don't see. Yeah, there are times when you get so many comments and it can be really overwhelming. But just try. Try. It's not easy. The whole Instagram thing is work. So don't think that it's going to come easy. Replying comments is part of the work, so reply your comments is going to do you a lot of good. And some people feel like big girl, and now if I'm now a celebrity, so people will like my drop comment and I'm just going to like it and move on. Like, hello, you're not a celebrity. So even if you're a celebrity, it doesn't take anything from you to reply comments. It actually does you a lot more good if you reply. So don't be rude. Reply your comments. So the next tip is engage with other accounts in your niche. So follow other people that do the kind of things that you do and drop comments under their posts. What that does is that it can help to, you can draw followers to you, because the person might be like, if you're always dropping comments in a particular person's video, don't just drop comments anyhow. Like, engage with them. Don't do it. Let's not also be so obvious that you're only doing it because of what you want to gain from them. Like, that's just really bad. Like, I do not recommend that. Genuine comments, like read their captions, think about it, or maybe their pictures. Like, drop genuine comments, you know, under their post. What that does is that, apart from the fact that the followers of that person, if like you drop something that they really like, they might like, who is this person? They go to your page, they see what they like, and they may follow you. And that thing is that the owner of the account may also, like, if you're always dropping comments, person might be like wondering like, who is this person? The person may go and follow you. And when you have mutual following and you drop comments under their post, they drop comments under your post also, you engage with both of you engage with each other's posts. That, like I said in my previous point, that will help. Like, if people follow them, you may show up under the suggestion because they feel like you guys are friends, so the person may want to follow you, you know. So yeah, that's that. And that thing, it's hot. So I need to find myself. So another thing that that engaging with other accounts in your niche is that if you have like a business account where you sell things, you should engage with other accounts in your niche. You should also engage with other accounts that have followers that are your target audience. For example, let's say I sell hair products. Let me just use hair products. Let's say I sell hair products. It's one thing for me to engage with other accounts that also sell hair products, but it's also even better if I engage with accounts that have accounts of influencers who do not necessarily sell hair products, but they have followers that may be interested in buying products from me. So it's going to make sense if I follow them and I engage with their content, because their followers may, you know, come back to me. The second to last tip is use hashtags. Like, this is so important, especially if you're just starting out. Use relevant hashtags that relate to your niche. For example, natural hair, you can use hashtag natural hair, hashtag team natural, hashtag fussy hair, like things like that. And the thing about hashtags is that you cannot use the same group of hashtags all the time. You're going to get shadow banned. What it means by getting shadow bans, that even though you used a particular hashtag, if you use a particular hashtag too much, if you use it again, your post is not going to show under the hashtags. So you may use the hashtag, but it's not going to show. If like someone clicks on the hashtag and goes through all the posts, your post is not going to be there because you've abused the power of using a hashtag. So try to make sure that you change your hashtags from time to time. Do not use the same group of hashtags all the time. So that also takes work. That also takes work. So that means searching for hashtags online, going to similar accounts, look at the hashtags that they use, check how many people are following the hashtags, check how many posts are in the hashtags, and try to change your hashtags from time to time so that you do not get shadow banned. Last and final tip. Whew, I've talked too much. So the last and final tip is tagging bigger accounts, like bigger accounts that repost other people's big pictures and videos under your post. Now this is a bit tricky because it doesn't work all the time. It also only works if you're lucky. So if you tag, for example, Fossey Hair Club, for example, and if you get lucky, they may see your post, like it, and they may decide to repost your post on their own page, and that will also help bring, like, that can, having your posts reposted by a bigger page can help boost your followers. Like, you can go from, you can, within a day, like, you can get up to like 500 followers, depending on how well that post did on their page also. And that's why it's also very important for you to put your house in order, your bio, your feed, make sure everything is order. So when you get lucky and you get reposted by a bigger page, people will come to your page and say like, oh, like, your page looks good, and they want to follow. But if your page there is nothing to write home about, even when you have that magic picture that ultimately goes viral, it's going to do so well, it's going to go viral, people will come, they're going to be getting so many profile visits, but it will not translate to followers because your house is not in order. So put your house in order, make sure your feed is okay, your bio is on point, and make sure that your pictures, I also forgot to mention, make sure that your pictures are consistent in quality. Try to, I'm not saying go out of your way to get the most expensive camera, just with what you have, try to make the best of it. If your camera is not so good, there are so many photo editing apps, video editing apps that you can use to help boost your pictures and videos to a little higher quality than like what you produce with your phone. So look into that. If you guys want me to make a video on that, let me know in the comment section below. I'll also make that. I have my experience of being an influencer on Instagram. So if you guys like want me to make another video on like how much to charge per post and things like that, then let me know in the comment section down below. I'll gladly make a video on that. But with all these tips I've shared with you, come to the end of this video, try the tips. If it works for you, please let me know, because I always like to know that I helped you guys. So with that, we've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to my channel already, make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.